This meeting is being recorded and streamed via the Council website. Good afternoon, councillors, staff and members of the public. Please be upstanding for our Mayor, Councillor Straub.
Thank you, Mr Fitzgerald. Council's opening affirmation is: we, the councillors of Loddon Shire, declare that we will carry out our duties in the best interest of the community and through collective leadership will maintain the highest standards of good governance.
The Loddon Shire Council acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land upon which we are gathered and pays their respects to elders both past and present. Please be seated.
Thank you very much, Mr Fitzgerald, and welcome to today's special meeting of Council. Welcome to those attending via our online stream, and also welcome to our gallery here present at the Council Chamber in Wedderburn. Councillors, we've got two decision reports today, but before we get to those, I need to go through a motion. As Councillor Holt is unable to join us today, I'd like to move that we grant Councillor Holt a leave of absence. Councillors, can I please have a seconder to this motion? Thank you, Councillor Angelo. Councillors, I'll ask for a show of hands in favour. We grant that leave of absence, and that is carried. Excellent, thank you very much. Conflicts of interest. Councillors, any conflicts of interest to declare? No? Excellent. As mentioned, we have two decision reports today. Our first decision report is 5.1, our Draft Community Vision 2035 and our Council Plan 2025 through to 2029, and we are seeking community feedback. I'll ask Mr Fitzgerald please to deliver the report and the recommendation.
Thank you, Mayor Straub, and thank you, councillors, for considering this matter today. Councillors, the Loddon Shire Council is required to review its 10-year community vision and adopt a 4-year council plan, including the Municipal Public Health and Wellbeing Plan, by the 31st of October in the year following a general election. So that's through the Local Government Act 2020 as well as the Public Health and Wellbeing Act that outlines those requirements. Council has re-established its community reference group across the municipality and conducted a number of workshops to review the community vision, and they've come up with a new draft that is generally in alignment with the existing vision statement. If I might just read it, the new proposed vision is thriving communities where everyone is welcome and all have the opportunity to live, work and create experiences. So very similar to the old ones, but it has been gone through in quite a bit of detail to unpack really what that means and why that's important to our community thinking about 10 years into the future. What that does is it allows council and other service organisations to say, well, if we're to achieve that vision, what are our contributions that service organisations, community groups and the council can do? And council's part in this really is the council plan over the next 4-year period of the council elected period. So councillors, today we've got the draft council plan which incorporates the Public Health and Wellbeing Plan, which has been significantly altered. What we have done is we've actually used the wording from the community's vision, because that's the community's vision, and we've actually tried to line up the strategic actions arising out of it to follow the community vision's, themes is the best way to describe that, which is, words such as thriving. So here's what we will do to support the community to thrive. Here's what we will do to support the community to be a welcoming place. Here's how we will support it as a great place to work, to live and to experience. So councillors, we've tried to really structure it to say council's contribution to deliver the broader vision of our community is described in this plan. it's fair to say that what we've also done is council has previously adopted a large body of strategic work, so strategic plans such as the economic development strategy and many others. What we've done is, instead of trying to recreate the wheel, we've gone down the path of saying, well, we've already consulted the community on a whole heap of different strategies, gotten feedback and taken a strategic approach to what we're going to deliver. So let's actually use the community vision and those themes to prioritise that work and say, well, what are we going to do that actually delivers the community vision? So through quite a process, we've workshopped that on a number of occasions with the councillors to understand, well, what are the key things that would go in here and what is council's role in actually delivering on them. So all of this has been put into the draft council plan and the draft community vision, and to ensure that we collect as many views and ideas from our community as possible, we are now proposing to put this on public display. And as such, councillors, it is recommended that Council 1 seek feedback from the community regarding the draft Community Vision 2035 and draft Council Plan 2025 to 2029, incorporating the Municipal Public Health and Wellbeing Plan, and 2, receive feedback from the community with a closing date of 30 September 2025. Thank you, Mayor Straub.
Thank you, Mr Fitzgerald. Councillors, will open up the opportunity if there's any late questions, queries or comments. As noted, this recommendation is to put this document out on public display for public feedback. We encourage all the members of the Loddon community to please put forward your feedback, and we can move to finalise this council plan by 31 October this year. There's no questions, councillors. I'm going to seek for a councillor happy to move to the recommendation. Thank you, Councillor Weaver. Councillor to second. Thank you, Councillor Wilson. Councillor Weaver, would you like the opportunity to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Councillor. Councillor Wilson.
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. In that case, I'll ask for a show of hands in favour, and that is carried. Excellent, very good. And just before we move on, I'd just like to once again thank our community reference group that have had the opportunity to help develop this new council plan as we move forward. No doubt there'll be more feedback and consultation with that community reference group in the coming days, and once again look forward to that feedback from the community. Our second decision report for today is 5.2, our draft financial plan 2025-26 through to 2034-35. Once again, we're putting this document out for community feedback. I'll ask Director Stedman to please deliver the report and recommendation.
Thank you, Mayor Straub. Councillors, today's agenda item brings forward to the draft financial plan for 2025-26 to 2034-35 for your consideration and approval to release for community feedback. The plan is a key strategic document under the Local Government Act, and it outlines Council's financial projections over the next 10 years while also considering the draft priorities of the new Council Plan 25-29 and the Community Vision 2035 that councillors have just considered for release. The draft financial plan does highlight growing challenges from a financial sustainability perspective for Loddon Shire Council. While our operating income is projected to grow modestly, costs are certainly forecasted to rise much more quickly, leading to an average annual operating deficits of around $5.5 million and a decline in our cash reserves from $35.6 million to $3.15 million over the 10-year plan. We know that without changes to how we deliver services and generate revenue, that position is not sustainable in the long term. The document also acknowledges the risks that are associated with our reliance on external grants, the rising expenses that we see across our sector, and asset renewal pressures as well, particularly with our large asset base. At the same time, the plan also identifies a number of strategic actions that Council will look to pursue to improve long-term financial sustainability, with a view to continue refining future forecasts and assumptions in consultation with councillors as these actions are realised, and certainly bringing about positive change. I'd at this point like to also acknowledge the hard work of our financial services team and other parts of the organisation that have informed this plan, along with the presentation and advice from Council's Audit and Risk Committee. But I think when planning for the financial future of Council, it's important that the community has the opportunity to provide any further feedback. And as such, councillors, today you are asked to endorse the release of the draft financial plan for public consultation, with feedback to be sought from our community until the 30th of September, ahead of a final version of the plan returning for consideration in October, ahead of the statutory deadline for this document. Councillors, the recommendation with you today is that Council seek feedback from the community regarding the draft financial plan 2025 to 2026, 2025-26 to 2034-35, with the feedback period concluding on the 30th of September 2025. Thank you, Mayor Straub.
Thank you, Director Steadman. There you have it, councillors. Is there any last questions before I put this motion forward? Recommendation forward, I should say. Is there a councillor prepared to move to the recommendation? Thank you, Councillor Angelo. Councillor to second. Thank you, Councillor Wilson. Councillor Angelo, give you the opportunity to speak if you'd like.
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would urge every community member to read this document if they possibly could. It's so important, this document. It is a plan at a moment in time. It's something that will get reviewed and changed as we go along this journey, but I think it's so important for people to understand the situation that we're in and the background as to why Council does and doesn't make decisions that it does. I think the councillors and the Audit and Risk Committee working together on this are going to keep a very close eye on this plan to make sure that it moves and changes and reflects where we're at as the plan is undertaken, and really commend the officers for putting it together. Thank you.
Thank you, councillors. Councillors, I'll ask for a show of hands in favour, and that is carried. Excellent. Thank you very much, councillors. We have conducted all agenda items in today's special council meeting. Thank you very much to our gallery, both online and here in person in Wedderburn. I can now declare the council meeting closed at 3:13 p.m. and look forward to seeing everybody for council's ordinary meeting on the 23rd of September. Thank you very much.